This is the Global Podcast Network, where executives and professionals connect, share, and inspire. Stay tuned for the conversations that drive success.
Welcome back to the show. We are joined once again by Robert Gervais, the CEO and president of Earthbound Metaphysical Shoppe, based out of beautiful Syracuse, New York. He's helping so many spiritually, mentally, with all his products, his services, you name it. He's there for your spiritual and wellness needs. Welcome back. How are you today?
Good. How about you? How was your weekend?
Oh my gosh, it was great. We had Halloween, so we had Halloween parties, we had all kids stuff. It was like a lot of fun. One of those types of weekends where like the kids just rule everything. What about you? What did you do?
I cleaned my house. Well, tried to at least, but it's also a construction zone right now, so we all know how that goes.
I can imagine. All right, but that's progress. That's a good
Oh
thing.
yeah. Oh
Good for
yeah.
you. It makes you feel good when you clear out the clutter. Like right now, my desk is so cluttered, let alone my house is all cluttered, and that's weighing me
hmm
down. And I'm sure in your spiritual world, you would understand and you would agree. It's the same thing. It's mentally draining when things are out of order. It means like
hmm
something's out of order here, right?
Exactly. And I wish more people looked at it that way.
It's true. Well, thank you so much for being here. For those that may not know a little bit about the shop and what you do, just share a little bit, and then we're going to dive right into today's topics.
We're Earthbound Metaphysical is Syracuse's main hub for spiritual and wellness practices. We cater to people from all over the world. I have people that come from California all the way up to us, all the way. I even got people from New Zealand that order stuff from us just to get our coffee over to them. So, but we do a lot of different things here. So, but yeah,
And we talked about coffee last week. Oh
last
my
week, yep,
goodness. And a lot of stuff. And just to let you know, really, so this metaphysical shop, you say where spiritual grows, growth knows no bounds. And,
correct, yep.
you can come in person, and we did talk about that, but you also have many different services. You're offering tarot reading, Reiki, massages, again, past life regression type things. And then there's the hands-on, you do the cleansing, the massage, and then you
Yep.
also got the shop, which is so darn cool. And in
hmm
that shop, I know there's some things that we want to kind of talk about today. So the herbal apothecary, tell me what that consists of specifically.
So I'm a clinical herbalist. So we started our herbal apothecary as more of a spiritual apothecary in the beginning, where people can come in and get their herbs for their spiritual practices. Because each herb, the energies that come with them are can be geared towards your like prayers, your spell work, anything like that. You can burn them for incense, meditation practices, the whole nine yards. That's how our apothecary started off to begin with. And over the years, it has grown into the area's largest herbal supply. So we carry over 350 different herbs in our store alone. And from all those herbs, you got all the way from like ashwagandha all the way down to island herbs that you've never even heard of. So, and that area is constantly growing. Um, yeah, so we do quite a bit. We have individuals that'll come in and they'll get their herbs for their teas, for their wellness practices, for their spiritual practices, all the way across the board. Herbs can be used for so many different things, not just wellness. So, but yeah, the herbs are a big part of what we do here. In fact, we're actually going to be expanding on that. We just expanded it this year, but we're going to be expanding it more. We're going to be adding in herbal extractions, in-house made herbal extractions, and we're also going to be doing capsulating our herbs. So I'm a big component to like using the proper things for your body and going to most of your other stores where you buy vitamins and anything like that. If you look at the ingredient label, if it says proprietary blend, I won't personally get it because I don't know what's in that proprietary blend. So I rather make my own vitamins here where it's 100% one ingredient and not 20 ingredients. So that's just the better way to do it. I'm just waiting on one piece of paperwork from the state to be able to start capsulating and doing our herbal extractions for everybody. But yeah, that one piece of paper. So
Wow. Oh
but
my
yeah,
goodness.
we carry a lot of different herbs. We have individuals that come in and they do like steaming and everything with our herbs. The individuals will come in and they'll get stuff to make all of their like own in-house herbal extractions, tinctures. One of the big things we go through right now is all of the elderberries because everybody's making elderberry syrup and everything for the winter months, just to keep their wellness up and about, so they don't have to run off to their doctor 24/7.
Got it.
So, but yeah.
And just curious, what other, specific things can we look forward to? What type of herbs, what and how we eat them, take them, lotions, like how do we, yeah,
Oh,
how does that work?
perfect. So when it comes down to your normal culinary herbs that you get in the grocery store, a lot of those herbs you'll find are very overpriced compared to the herbs here for the
Okay,
exact same thing. That's a lot because you're paying for the packaging and the name.
got it.
So, like if you, as an example, bay leaves. Bay leaves are so expensive in the store. You're going to get like 3 or 4 bay leaves for like $10. Here, you get a quarter ounce, which is nearly like 30 to 50 bay leaves for like $4. So, and they're the exact same thing. They're all culinary grade because people use them. We use them to make all of our teas. So we make sure that everything is edible that we have on our shelves. That way people can use it in their cooking if they want. A lot of individuals, when they go and they make all of their own herbal extractions or tinctures at home, they'll come in and get like chamomile or lavender is an even better one for relaxation. They'll make their own like herbal extraction using it, and that'll sit for a few weeks. And when they strain out the material, the lavender, you're left with a liquid that they can take under the tongue or in drops in water, and that's used to promote relaxation, especially for individuals that have a lot of stress, anxiety, stuff like that. So, but yeah, it's promote all around wellness. But our herbs you can use in just about any format. Any format. You can crush them up to make your own incense if you don't like all those incense with the oils that give people headaches.
Mm-hmm.
So you can crush these up and they're going to smell extremely earthy. They're not going to smell like that chemical that you get on normal incense, but they're extremely earthy when you crush them up and you burn them in a pile
Yeah.
or put them on top of charcoal.
Wow.
So, but yeah, when it comes down to lotions or anything like that, you can literally take something like rose, for example. And there's different colors of roses, and I'm going to let you know right now, each one of them have a different flavor profile.
Really?
Oh yeah, red rose is going to be more like potpourri versus it's very strong. It's very like pow in your on your tongue. It's very like in your face versus something that's like pink roses, which ends up being extremely subtle. And it's better for cooking and anything like that. It's better for teas. It's not going to be like that soap flavor that you would get from red roses.
Wow.
But you can boil these down, make your teas out of them. You can actually simmer them in whatever carrier oil. A lot of people will use olive oil. I don't per se. I actually use jojoba oil for a lot of my stuff. But you can actually let these sit or simmer depending on what you're doing, and then you can add that oil after you take out the material and add it to different types of lotions. You can make your own salves, the whole 9 yards. So, but yeah, one of my big things that I like to do for my personals, I'll take bee what is it? Beeswax, natural yellow beeswax. I'll take oh my goodness, what is it? Not lavender, but chrysanthemums. And
Wow.
then I actually will make my own salve, but I use a nightly cream that I make for myself as well. And I actually add in different
Oh,
types of oils, and literally it gets rid of these little fine wrinkles like overnight.
amazing. Oh my goodness.
So,
I love
but
that
yeah,
stuff.
just keeping myself young.
Love it, of course. And then there's also another area of dream work that you talk about. And I'm
Oh,
not familiar with dream work. What is this all about?
dream work is a part of the hypnosis practice. I actually
Okay.
list that under spiritual hypnosis. Okay. I love taking individuals back into their dreams that have forgotten them. I'll put them under hypnosis, and that's normally about a 30-minute process. And then once they're under at a certain level of hypnosis where I want them to be at, I basically take them back into the dreams that they have forgotten, so they can see or figure out the information that they may have missed. For example, well, actually, this is better. Do you dream? Do you remember your dreams at all?
A lot of them, a lot. It's a fascinating. I feel like they're all premonitions of things about to come or the things I'm struggling with. Like I love dreaming. Sometimes I don't want to wake up. Yeah.
Exactly. So, but think of it for you can remember all of those dreams, but think how good the ones would be, the ones that you can't remember, the
Oh, yeah.
information that you're missing.
True.
So, and then with that being under hypnosis, I've realized over the years, our dreams are also information from our past lives sometimes, trying to guide us through what we're going through in our lives today. So let's
Mm-hmm.
say, for example, if someone's having very stressful anxiety issues, or they're just going through life day by day, and they can't figure out why they're afraid of certain things like heights or wearing jewelry around the neck, stuff like that, taking them back into their dreams, sometimes it
Mm-hmm.
leads them into a past life where it's been trying to give them the information and the answers that they seek, but they're so closed off mentally that they're not getting it. Either that or they're just not remembering their dreams because their lives are too hectic and too crazy.
Yeah.
So, one of my things that I suggest everybody does is start a dream journal. Whether you remember your dreams or not, wake up first thing in the morning before you get out of bed, grab that journal and just start writing. And just start writing if you remember it or not. And eventually, over time, it'll be repetition and it'll constantly, you'll start to remember your dreams that way as well if you can't make it in to see me.
Wow.
So, but yeah, our dreams are a window to the lives that are our lives that we kind of like set aside. So, and a lot of people don't realize, even though we're sleeping,
Yeah.
our mind is still working.
That's
It's
fascinating.
still constantly going. It never shuts off. Our brain always goes. So when we go to sleep, if we put certain affirmations out there right before we go to sleep, that's planning for the next day on top of it.
Yeah.
So, like for when I go to bed at night, I'll think, okay, well, tomorrow I want to make sure it's a prosperous day. I want it to be happy. I want it to be a very flowing day. It's going to be a good movement day. And as long as those are the last things that I remember when or that I go to sleep with, the last few things I think about, that's actually setting our brain up to create our next day for us. It is my personal belief that when we go to sleep, our brain is creating what we need for the next day.
Yeah.
So it's putting it out in there. So it's constantly evolving. That's one of my big secrets as growing my shop is because I think about it before I go to sleep. When I dream, I'm constantly thinking about it. Now, I like people to, when I take them back into their dreams, to
Mm-hmm.
know these things as well. So they can remember everything that they're going through to guide them through their days a little bit easier.
Got it.
So,
Thank you for
and
sharing.
unless it's a nightmare, then we have issues.
True. But like how can we try to remember better? Like what should we be taking or doing to try to remember? Sometimes you wake up and you don't remember.
Most of it is about because of the stress that you have throughout the day.
Mm-hmm.
So try to limit some of that stress. Try to
Okay.
take 15, 20 minutes before you go to bed and think about different affirmations. Re- Tell yourself, okay, I'm going to remember my dream. I want my dreams to be like this. I want to be able to wake up in the morning feeling refreshed, even though I had that nightmare or a stressful time sleeping. But yeah, if as long as you take 15, 20 minutes before you go to bed to put those affirmations out there, then it's just going to start kicking in for you.
Got it.
So, and when it comes down to quite literally taking something before you go to sleep, I would take oh my goodness, there's certain teas that can help you with that, the whole
Mm-hmm.
nine yards. So,
Awesome. Good to know. Well, what else did you want to share? Are we done with the dreams or there's still more to talk about?
no, we can keep going. Don't we can go on
Keep
to the
going.
next subject.
I
It's
know.
fine. I don't
Ortiz,
mind.
we got stuff to talk about, so you tell
Yep.
me.
So when it comes, speaking of teas, we create all of our own teas here in store.
Mm-hmm.
We're one of the only shops in the area that still make our teas by hand.
Ooh.
So all of our herbal teas are blended by us, the whole nine yards. We carry over, I think it's like 132 different teas throughout the year. So they rotate according to the seasons, of course. but they're not going to be like the teas that you get in the store. They're all loose leaf teas, which are actually better for you. Once you get into like those packaged teas where they're stapled and everything, I prefer not to drink those teas. I
Yeah.
don't like having all that aluminum flavor from that little piece of metal. But yeah, we make tons of different teas here. One of my favorite things is actually going through and making all my teas.
Wow.
So yeah, because it's relaxing. All the herbs we use in our apothecary, we use to make our teas as well. Just from that scent all day long of mixing
Yeah.
teas and everything else, it's actually quite relaxing. I'm breathing in all of the pollens and everything when I'm making these teas. So by the time my day is over with, I feel like I've gone through like 8 hours of solid meditation.
Wow. Wow.
So, and that's all just from the pollens and the scents and everything else. So, but our teas are designed not just for spiritual wellness, but whole
Hmm.
body wellness as well. So, we have one of our most popular teas is our third eye brew. It is
Hmm.
a sage-based tea, and it is meant to clear out all the gook in your third eye. So, and once you drink this for a few days, you'll notice the effects on your body that you're not feeling so heavy or bogged down. It's cleansing out all of that
Really?
stuff. Oh, yeah. In fact, after I get off this with you today, I need to talk to one of your people. I got a package I want to send you to try.
Oh, thank you so much. I would love
So,
that. Oh my God,
yeah,
I could tell you how I like it next week. Oh my gosh.
exactly. And
I can't.
you're in New York City, so that takes a day.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Not that far now.
But I live out on Long Island, but still, I can send you my information if you don't mind. I'll do that
Yeah.
after the show to your email address. But thank you
Yep.
so much for that. I
Yeah, I
appreciate
want
that.
to send some stuff up for you and your crew to try.
I appreciate
So
that. Thank
I
you.
think you'll love it. So,
I'm
but
sure.
yeah, our wellness teas, we do teas that are geared towards relaxation, stress, anxiety, anything like that. We haven't got into the teas for like pain management or anything like that,
Okay.
mostly because I'm afraid of what other people are taking for their medications.
Yeah,
So
true.
when it comes to stuff like that, I kind of step back unless I know exactly what that individual's taking. And even then, I'd like to have their doctor involved as well, just for safety precautions.
Got it.
So
Thank you.
that's the life of an actual like herbalist is they make sure all the T's are crossed and the I's are dotted.
Got it. Well, I know because on the
So,
website, I don't know if these are anything that you don't really want to mention, but I saw some really cool named ones. I don't know what they mean though. Like there's the pineapple papaya green tea, the seduction green tea. There's Green Man's morning
mhm.
green tea, Immortalitia green tea, Bushudo chai.
Immortality.
I can't even like pronounce half of these things. Oh my goodness! And all these different teas and roots and stuff that's peeled and papaya. Wow. And how do you make this stuff?
So, like I said, we do it all here in store.
Yeah, just how do you know what to mix? So you just it's like a trial and error.
So when I'm mixing teas, I try them before I put them out to the floor. You have to, because if they taste horrible, they're not going to the floor.
Yeah.
But when I'm mixing these, I listen to my gut, to be honest with you. I listen to what my body's telling me of what I need. And normally, what I need is also what other people need. So it goes along hand in hand. Our bodies will tell us everything that we need to be able to be wholesome, to be healthy,
Yeah.
to be strong. Whatever we need, our bodies will tell us. We just need to listen to it. And that's how I create a lot of our products here. I listen to my instincts. I listen to my gut. I listen to my intuition. So it's not just the information that I've learned and studied over the years. It's also a lot of how I feel, what it feels in the gut. So to me, my life is run by listening to my gut
Hmm.
instincts. I don't overthink them like everybody else does. So when I get a feeling in my gut, I'm like, okay, I need to listen to that. I don't overthink it. I don't find reasons not to listen to it. And it's never steered me wrong ever.
Hey, you mentioned the
So,
gut. Do you have a tea that's good for the gut? Like, because everyone has stomach issues, I feel like,
oh
and we
yeah.
always talk about the gut and the microbiome and the bacteria in there. That's not. What's a good tea for someone's stomach to kind of?
It depends on what they're going through. If they're going through issues of just like indigestion and stuff like that, a good ginger tea would be good. And then, but if you're also dealing with issues to where you're constantly like have cramps and anything like that, I would add other things to it like lavender, rose, stuff like that to help relax the body. So when it comes down to anything with the gut, we have plenty of different teas for that. We have teas for, I don't know if I can say this online, but to help or on air, but to help people use the restroom, stuff like that if they're backed up, all that whole 9 yards. So, but yeah, a senna leaf tea would be good for that one. But yeah.
Got it. Wow. All right. We still got more time. What other things do you want to add to the mix for
Oh,
today?
let's see here. Oh, how about we could talk about our meetups that we're going to be holding here.
Sure.
We just had one
Yes.
last night. Last night was our full moon meetup. During our meetups, I normally do like a 20 to 30-minute meditation at the beginning of our meetups for everybody to
Mm-hmm.
enjoy. And then we do some sort of hands-on thing for everybody. Like last night was doing a little ritual or affirmation to let go of everything that no longer suits them. So we do little things like that. Like our next one, we're actually next full moon, we're going to be doing Christmas ornaments with cookies for everybody. So what we're going to be doing is taking like those old-fashioned hard sugar cookies, the ones that nobody eats after like a day. We're going to be decorating them so they can use them as ornaments on their trees. So
Yeah, that's
that
cool.
people can do it that way. It's a hands-on thing, and we're going to gear it towards more energetic work. Like each one that they make is going to be like an affirmation to bring positivity in for the new year, to help set the grounds for the year coming up to help them move forward. Some of them are going to be set to get rid of things that no longer suit individuals. So it's going to be like an unblocking ceremony in ways to get people to better their lives down the road. So
Yeah,
every time they look at these ornaments, they're going to remember that, and they're going to want to strive and work harder to achieve those goals that they set for themselves.
got
So,
it. Wow. And let me just ask, here at your location, which, by the way, we're going to share, it's on Main Street, right? So
yep,
it's 434 South Main Street in
yep,
Syracuse. Okay.
yep.
Um, there's, let alone there's still more things that you offer. I know we're just,
Oh yeah.
doing a little, but even like the amazing food, the pastries, we're talking like in store, like,
Oh yeah.
for consumption. What other things are your specialties there?
So all of our pastries, and that's what I was going to talk about next week when we had a
Oh,
discussion.
sorry. Well, just give me an overview about them. Just you
No,
have
no, no.
pastries. Perfect. There it is.
Yep. No, all of our pastries are made in-house, and they're using old recipes. Okay. We like to use recipes that you can't find anywhere else. So when you go to certain stores or restaurants, even, have you noticed that every time you go out, the food tastes exactly the same from restaurant to restaurant to restaurant?
Yeah.
When you try our pastries, they're not going to taste like anybody else's.
Love
All
that.
those restaurants and everything, they all order from the same people. There's no individuality to it anymore. Our recipes are my great grandmother's recipes and further
Wow.
back, where back in the day they used to use lard and stuff. We don't use it now. We had to switch up the
Mm-hmm.
recipe a little bit. But when you bite into some of our pastries, it's going to take you back to your childhood. And that's what all of these, one other thing all these places are missing.
I'm thinking Care Bears, My Little Pony. I'm sorry, I'm going back to childhood myself. But no, those are yeah. All right, that's awesome, awesome. And but let's end off the show with why do you do what you do? Why do you love it so much?
Because it makes me happy.
Beautiful.
That's all it is. It just makes me happy. And I rather go through my life happy than miserable. And if that means helping other people get
Yep,
to where they need to be, then
simple.
that's what it is. It's simple. It's
Perfect.
simple. There's no reason to overdo it for that. Like none whatsoever. I've managed restaurants. I've managed other coffee shops. I've done nursing. I've done all sorts of different things. But this is what makes me actually happy. And when
Awesome.
I started this business, I worked two full-time jobs just to get it up and running for everybody.
Amazing.
So there's weeks where I don't even get a paycheck, and that's perfectly okay because it's a small business. That's the way small business works.
Yeah.
Sometimes you don't get a paycheck, sometimes you do, but it doesn't matter to me. As long as I'm happy and I'm helping other people, that's my calling.
Beautiful. So really, it
So
is like a home away from home. Go visit the
just
sanctuary. Tell us how we get there again. What's the address? And tell us the
we're
website, how we can
located.
find you.
Yep, we're located in North Syracuse. That's 434 South Main Street, North Syracuse, New York. You can actually also contact us through our website, earthboundmetaphysical.com. And also, one last thing before we go. Make sure everybody goes through our Facebook page and follows our Facebook page, because last year we started what I like to call Elves, Bells, and Candy Canes. It is a mini series that I do every year using like little elves around the shop to help
Oh,
me create items and everything. And it's a full storyline to it. So yeah, there's like I think it's like 10 to 14 days that I do
amazing.
this. So
All
make sure
right.
you follow and you tune in for that too. That's going to be fun.
Perfect. Thank
So
you again. All right. We are out of time. Pleasure seeing you. Thanks for coming in early and coming back again.
yeah, not a problem.
Great seeing you and enjoy the rest of your day, sweetheart.
This is the Global Podcast Network, where executives and professionals connect, share, and inspire. Stay tuned for the conversations that drive success.